What's up, guys? So I am officially a married man and I feel great. The wedding was awesome. Everything worked out perfectly. It basically came out just how I imagined it in my head. My wife is super happy, and to be honest, I couldn't be happier. But how did I almost ruin the wedding?
Bam, 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 da 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 da.
Thursday morning, my father-in-law picked up a rental car that me and my wife rented for him to use to help us take some stuff from the city out to where we were going to do the wedding party on the weekend. We do the ceremony, we do our civil wedding, we go, we sign the papers, we get the book, we officially are married on Thursday. We leave there, we go have a toast at a bar here. Now, take in mind that we were running late to the civil wedding, so I actually took the subway to my civil wedding, and my wife actually had to take the subway as well because she was running late, and we ran into each other on the subway before we got to the courthouse, and she looked beautiful. It was amazing. It was actually really cool. They were playing like music on the subway car that we were in, and I was thinking, what beautiful music, and then all of a sudden my wife comes in and she's all done up, and it was great. It was actually really cool. And yeah, so we go to this bar to do a toast. After that, we got to leave the city because on the weekend we're getting married and we need to be able to plan and get ready, you know, at the place where we're going to do the wedding party. So we come back to the house and we start, you know, kind of organizing stuff. The rental car was parked in a parking garage across the street from my house. It was going to close at 8:30. We still hadn't started packing any of the cars yet. So we decided to take the car out because it was like 8 at night. And we were like, let's take it out and put it in the street. Park it in the street. So me and my cousin alone go take the rental car out of the parking lot and park it in the street. And on top, the space that we parked it in was right outside of the parking garage. Right, it was right as you came out. I was like, oh, look, perfect. So perfect spot. Let's park the car there. The street is filled with cars. I mean, the sidewalk there's cars parked up and down the street, right? And I know that there's like laws here, like in any other country, where there's certain times where you can and can't park on certain streets. I didn't think about that at that moment. I thought, oh, look, a perfect spot. Let's park the car. So we wait outside because the car's out on the street and there was like some shady people around the car, and I just kind of wanted to watch the car for a second. We waited for my wife to come back. She comes back and she's like, what are you guys doing? Go pick up my mom, and I'll go pick up my dad. Her dad was with my dogs at the park, like 4 blocks from my house. So she goes to pick up her dad, and we were like, okay. So we run upstairs to my house, and we run back downstairs, me and my cousin, and I'm like, oh wait, I forgot my cell phone. So I run back up. When I run down, I'm like, let's go. He looks at me and goes, dude, they're taking the car.
3, 2, 1.
Party time.
And I'm like, what? Who's taking the car? He's like, you better run. You better run. And I'm like, oh, I don't understand anything. I look, I see like, he says they already turned the corner. So I'm like, I don't see the car. So I start running, sprinting, because I'm thinking the worst thing that could happen right now is that they tow the car, that we need to take all this stuff, and then we have to go and pay a fine and take the car out tonight and leave like tomorrow. And it's going to be all my fault because I didn't read the sign. So I turn the corner, and who do I see? My wife and my father-in-law like arguing and yelling with the people that were taking the car. They had already craned up the car in the tow truck, and they were taking it. And somehow my wife just freaked out so much that they took the car down. These guys, we got like the nicest guys ever, because normally they'll just take your car. They don't care if you yell or scream. But they totally took the car down. I gave them some money. A little bit of money, don't worry. It's not like they robbed me. I gave them some money just to be nice. And we jumped in the car, but they were so mad. My wife and my father-in-law were so mad. My father-in-law didn't understand anything. Poor guy left the car in the parking garage, and then the car was getting towed. He didn't understand what happened. That's how I almost ruined the wedding. But technically, I was already married, so maybe I would have got divorced like 4 hours after getting married. So here's another thing that happened that was kind of funny. We pick up the wedding cake from a girl that we had make the cake for us, especially how we wanted it. It was a 3-layer cake, so it was a tall cake, right? So she gave us each piece, like each layer in a box. When we get to the ranch, right, understand that the dogs had to come with us because nobody could take care of my dogs. I have 2 dogs, Red and Nala, and they were in the back with my wife, and the cake was in the back of the car with them. When we roll into the ranch has like 5 different dogs there. They love, imagine, it's like heaven for dogs. It's just open fields with horses, and they run around, and they're kind of wild dogs, but they're all girls. So I say they're all girls because my dog, he's a male dog, and he always wants to fight with dogs like other male dogs. So if you know how to sort of avoid that or fix that, or just like help me teach the dog to not fight with male dogs, let me know down in the comments what I could do to make him a little more chill. But he's pretty crazy. So they see all the dogs and they start freaking out, and they're like trying to get out of the car. They're in the back of this little tiny European car, like I said before, not a big truck or something with space, and the car's packed like a clown car, and they're scratching and hitting my wife, and my wife is fighting with them. And in all that, one of the dogs, let's not say my dog, which it probably was my dog, they're both my dogs, but my dog I refer to Red because he used to live with me, kicks the cake and breaks the cake, the base of the cake. The next day, we wake up and there's like a trail of ants coming from the ceiling of the house we were staying in, coming down the wall, eating the cake that we were gonna save. They're eating it. So now it's unsavable. I mean, there's no way to save that. There is no way unless you're like ants, somewhere in the world they eat ants. Why not? That's, we're global people like that. Yeah, so we had to get a cake like right the day of the party. And planning the party was good. We had a company that helped us, and they really just brought everything. There was a giant tent. Everything was set up under the tent, but there was a storm. It rained. So we had to change the whole schematics, or the way we wanted to like set everything up. We had to change it all. Luckily it didn't rain during the ceremony, so I got to see her walk down, and we did the whole, there was a lady that gave a beautiful speech, and I gave her the ring again because I already gave her the ring at the civil wedding in the city. So yeah, I mean, it actually worked out perfectly. We danced in the rain. There was way too much food. We were worried. I was worried at one point about running out of food, but there was so much food. People love the food. There was way too much to drink. I was also worried about people running out of drink, but there was way too much alcohol. Nobody got like really wasted, like that family member that always kind of like makes a show or makes a fool of themselves when they drink too much. That didn't happen. So it was a perfect night. I was up the whole time. I didn't sleep. I didn't take a nap before the wedding party, and I was up till 7 in the morning. I kept my suit on purpose because I was like, this is the only time I wear suits is like this. And this suit, I felt like that suit looked great. So I was like, I'm not taking it off. I'm not taking this bow tie off. I'm just staying legit. The only thing I changed were my dress shoes. I put on some Vans. I had to do that though. So I was in a suit with some black Vans with some white stripes matching my suit. I was just down, dancing. You are all awesome. You are all dope. Let me know down in the comments how you're doing. If you are a first-time viewer to this channel, please subscribe. Hit that notification button, the bell button. I'll give you a second to do that, guys. If you haven't done it yet, hit the notification button so you get notified when I upload new videos. Stay fresh. Peace. I want to thank my family, my wife's family, and just everybody that helped with the wedding, because without their help it wouldn't have came out so perfect. So thank you guys. You're all awesome. You're all awesome, and I love you guys. Peace. And I love you guys, all the viewers. You're dope. I love my family a little more, my friends, but I love you guys too.